$17,000 a year. Ralph Northam thinks that makes you rich. Maybe that's why he's never voted for a tax cut. My plan cuts taxes for all Virginians, increasing take-home pay for the average family by nearly $1,300 and creating 53,000 good-paying jobs. With a stronger economy, we can invest more in our schools and increase teacher pay. I'm Ed Gillespie, candidate for governor, and I sponsored this ad.
A teenager gunned down just yards from a school. The search for the shooter happening right now.
3 murders in 10 days.
She was completely innocent and was targeted by this animal out there.
Tonight, police telling residents to keep their porch lights on and not to travel alone. Plus,
explosions in the sky. The changes that could happen soon to keep you safer.
Now, ABC 7 News at 11, on your side.
Tonight, the search is on for the person who shot a teenager in the back.
This happened near the intersection of 3rd and T Streets Northeast, less than 2 blocks from a high school. That's where Tom Rousey joins us live tonight. Tom?
And you know, police focused their investigation on this alley right near that intersection, as well as the property of that apartment building right up there. I can tell you, neighbors around here very upset to hear about this. Forensic investigators continued working the scene after night fell. There was plenty of evidence to go over.
You're gonna have to go around.
Police shut down a portion of 3rd Street just north of T Street Northeast for hours, marking evidence and scouring the area with canines. Police tell us the 16-year-old victim was shot in the back and rear end. Then the male suspect got into what may have been a gray Honda with a Virginia license plate and fled. Another male was with him.
I heard a couple of loud shots.
Many teenagers and young children live nearby, and the shooting happened not too long after school let out a block away at McKinley Tech. The Eckington neighborhood has changed a lot in recent years. One resident who asked us not to reveal her identity said the shooting of the teen boy was heartbreaking to hear about.
I feel like people are actually becoming numb to these things. When you think about it, though, it's very disheartening and sad to hear about a 16-year-old being shot.
Now, if there's any good news in all this, it's that the teenager was awake and he was breathing when he was transported to the hospital. He is expected to survive. In the meantime, police, at last check, still looking for the suspect and the other person who was in the car he got away in. Reporting live tonight in Eckington in Northeast D.C., I'm Tom Rousey, ABC 7 News.
Tom, thanks. Tonight, friends and family paid their respects to one of the victims of Wednesday's workplace shooting in Hartford County. Jose Hidalgo Romero of Aberdeen was one of 3 people killed at Advanced Granite Solutions in Edgewood. Police say that Roddy Prince targeted his co-workers and then fled to Delaware, where he was later arrested.
Also tonight, a community coming together for a survivor of the Las Vegas shooting. Tina Frost of Anne Arundel County was seriously wounded in that massacre. And tonight, Gold's Gym in Crofton hosted a fundraiser to help cover Frost's medical expenses. Doctors at Johns Hopkins say that she just underwent her 2nd surgery, which they call a success.
There's a bizarre story that's developing right now in Tampa. That's where police are investigating 3 suspicious deaths in just the last 10 days. Residents in the Seminole Heights neighborhood now are being warned not to walk alone at night after 3 people were shot in that area.
We're not going to be held hostage by whoever's doing this. We need everyone to come out of their homes at night, turn on their porch lights, and just not tolerate this type of terrorism in a neighborhood.
Now, the most recent case came just last night when a 20-year-old man with autism was shot and killed. Police believe that he took the wrong bus home from work. They have released this surveillance video right here of a man they believe could have witnessed the first shooting. So far, police say they can't find any connection between any of the victims.
Now, despite the Las Vegas massacre and countless other shootings across the country each day, Americans don't seem to be changing their opinions on the nation's gun control laws. According to a new poll by the Associated Press and the Newark Center for Public Affairs Research, 61% of those asked think gun laws should be tougher. 27% think they should stay the same, and 11% think they should be less strict. Now, those numbers are similar to poll results from July of last year.
New developments tonight in a story the 7 on Your Side I-team has been tracking now for months. Exploding lithium batteries. Now the Federal Aviation Administration is calling for a global ban on these batteries in checked bags. The videos are stunning. Luggage on fire, then These are tests conducted by the FAA. Tonight, they're warning airlines around the world about a possible danger in putting electronics bigger than a cell phone in checked luggage because of the potential for a catastrophic fire. Inside the bag is a laptop, side by side with an aerosol can like hairspray. The wire mimics a heating laptop battery, and it explodes. The goal, the FAA says, is to get all airlines on board with a plan to keep large personal electronics out of the checked luggage and instead carry them on board with you. The fear is that lithium-ion batteries leading to fires that have played at least a part in 3 planes being destroyed, and they're worried about more because a person wouldn't be able to fight a fire in the cargo hold, but that's not to say there's still not a danger in the cabin too.
Bringing them up into the cabin is better because there you can isolate the fire. You have tools to put out a lithium-ion fire.
In the meantime, police are trying to figure out who put a bomb in a car parked at Colonial Williamsburg that exploded last night in the lot near Merchant Square. No one was hurt, but that area was closed for a while as police investigated.
This is kind of interesting. New at 11 o'clock, an executive order from the president that could bring thousands of retired Air Force pilots back into service. The Pentagon says the Air Force currently is short about 1,500 pilots, and by law, only 25 retirees can be recalled at any given time. But the president's order now lifts that cap, which could lead to about 1,000 pilots being called back to serve for up to 3 years.
And heads up runners, the last chance for runners in this year's Marine Corps Marathon to pick up their packets is tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. at National Harbor.
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
Those runners include Nicole, Allison, and Ben Riesinger. The siblings are running in honor of their father, who ran 10 marathons of his own before he died in an accident 3 years ago.